All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Max. I have a wonderful little intro slide like Jasper, so I can just kind of like be just Max until the next slide. My cooking story starts 2-ish years ago now, where I realized that I had roommates and I was bad at cleaning, and so I had to do something. And so I started throwing ingredients into like pots and then just adding fire and seeing what happened. And somehow they kept me around, so I guess it worked out. So something that's really, really fun to make and something that's very popular here at Ignite is pizza. So we're going to talk about making pizza because you can do it yourself. Fatties does it somehow. It's not just like, they don't just like do, I don't know, magic. So one of my favorite things about pizza is that it's really choose your own adventure. You can put pretty much anything on a pizza. You can put like any sort of non-wine made into fruit. You can put many, many things. You can also only eat so much Fatty's pizza in one lifetime, which if you think about it, is sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. But anyway, there's a bunch of different things that go into a pizza. One of the important ones is an oven. You will need that. If your housing does not have that, then I'm sorry. So we got to make some dough. Making dough there's a process to it. It's some dedication. It takes a little bit of time. Contrary to what Andrew may have told you, yeast is just magic. You do it, and it does the stuff, and then it's done. But that takes like 2-3 hours to rise, and ain't nobody got time for that. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do the very ancient process of traveling to Trader Joe's. It's a widely known and very sacred process where you go to Trader Joe's and you buy their pizza dough and you take it home and then you let it warm up a little bit. It's fantastic. So we got to roll out this dough, and you may see like cooking shows with their big fancy like marble rolling pins. And again, like ain't nobody got money for that. So you just drink some wine, and then you take the label off the bottle, and then you have a rolling pin. And there you go. So we've got this dough, and we've got it all rolled out nice and flat. You can use flour or cornmeal to make it not stick to stuff, which is really. I wish I learned that before the first time. So what are we going to do with this dough? The next layer up, building a pizza bottom to top is recommended, is the base. So the base is going to be like sort of our primary set of flavors. It can be just olive oil, or it can be maybe like tomato sauce, white sauce, anything that sounds delicious to you. And then as part of this base, we're going to want to put down some cheese. We got like mozzarella, ricotta. We got all these different wonderful, soft, creamy cheeses. And cheese should be in like pretty much every pizza because cheese is amazing. Unless you're doing something really like advanced, I don't know. So speaking of advanced things you can do, there's a whole wonderful range of things you can do with pizza. You can do the classic, the Italian, like maybe some pepperoni, some basil and whatever, mushrooms and peppers. You can put like, make some beef stew and bake until it's dryish a little bit. You can do whatever you want. The other week I attempted to make cinnamon, and the next one will be better. Which was just like a bunch of icing and sugar and butter. I just made buttercream and poured it on a pizza. It was great. But what we're really here for is to spice it up. We want to go from having some ingredients and some fire to more than that. And so yeah, spices is how we do this. We can go from just ingredients and fire to some super hot fire. So my favorite method is to just smell spices and be like, that smells like it should go on this. And there are also like books and suggestions on the internet and like all sorts of sort of pre-made combos and things that work well together. Great one, especially if you're going to make an experimental pizza. Make one of these, because then your roommates won't be mad when the other one's bad. But you can also just like, I said coming up with this on the spot, but like, as if I wasn't writing this talk like 15 minutes ago. Yeah, you can just try stuff. Think of a meal you like and like try to make it into a pizza. Baking it will probably dry it out if it's a little like a soup or something, so you can make it work. And then a final note is that along with cheese, garlic is like this all-powerful magical thing that needs to go on pretty much every meal you eat. And pizza is definitely one of these. It can be roasted, you can just kind of chop it and eat it. And so I want all of you to at some point try making your very own pizza. Thank you so much.